Okay. Finally. That was rough. Okay, guys. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry for the wait, guys. I'm here. I haven't streamed all week. I did want to stream. I can't be on long tonight, but I did want to stream. I'm just going to be playing by myself because I'm not going to be on long tonight. Probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. I cannot be on long tonight. I am worn out. I've been fighting battles on the phone I've been talking to the police. I have been all over the place the last 2 days. I am absolutely worn out. So we're just gonna chill, okay? We're just gonna chill. Whew. But hope you all are doing well. Just because these last few days have been so insane for me does not mean that I hope things have not been good for you guys. Hopefully we're starting to see the light at the end of this tunnel. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a bit, but hopefully by the end of the weekend we should be mostly back to normal. It's been a lot, guys. It has been a lot. Alright, we are on. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget, we are in the middle of an XP boost on For Honor. We are in the middle of an XP boost week, so get on and play with your characters to level them up quicker. What do I order? Resourceful, so it doesn't matter. Okay. As long as it's not a Vanguard, we're good, right? Okay. Let's go. Afira, you're pretty close. Let's rock and roll. Man, okay, so I'll kind of give you guys the rundown of basically all that's happened. Like, let me give you guys the rundown, because this is a story. This is a story. Ready for this? Okay. So about a week ago, a little over a week ago, my phone started having problems like charging. It wasn't charging with anything. I was very concerned about its ability to function. So I take it to this phone repair guy, and he looks it over and he says, okay, it might be the battery, right? It might be the battery. So I don't have a battery for this kind of phone. I would need to order it. So tell you what, come back next week around Tuesday, and I should have a battery then. Okay. So I come back Tuesday, about a week later. So this last Tuesday I come back, and he says, okay, we've got the battery, come on by. So I come by, and when I go in, he says, okay, so they've closed off my office because his office was on the upstairs floor of the building. And he said, they've closed off my office, so I need to do the repairs at home. But I should have them done by the end of the day. I'll bring the phone back around 3 or 4, and you'll just pick it up for me there. I said, okay. So I give him my phone, I head home. But then I get a message from him at 3 saying, hey, I'm really sorry, but in the process of fixing this, I accidentally damaged a cable and damaged the screen. So I'm going to need to order a new part to fix that. So you'll have to get it back tomorrow. I was a little frustrated, but okay, all right. Well, as long as I get it back tomorrow. So I leave him to work on it. The next day, I contact him and say, hey, man, when am I going to get my phone back? And he says, I'm sorry, dude, you know, they delayed the part that was coming in, so I don't have it yet. We'll have to, I'll probably need another day. I'm sorry for the delay, man. So I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a little weird. But then it gets even weirder because not long after that happened, suddenly my Discover card starts getting charged for various purchases that I didn't make. About 7 or 8 purchases were made that I didn't make. And very large purchases from Belk, from Kohl's, from Dick's Sporting Goods, from all this stuff. I'm like, where is this coming from? Where are these purchases coming from? Who's making these? Well, I have one suspect in mind. The guy who has my phone. I forget the iframes on that thing. So my guess is that this dude took my phone, and the reason he's been stalling giving it back is because he's using it to steal my credit card information. So I freeze my Discover card account. I freeze it. I just freeze that account. Then I go to my bank and I tell them to shut down my bank account for a brief period so that he can't get access to my bank account. So they do that. And they say, all right, what you're going to need to do now to reopen your account is you're going to need a new phone number and a new email address because we can no longer trust those since those were on your phone. So I let the police know, and I take the police over to where I met the guy, but he's not there. So I file a police report, and today I message the guy, I email him and say, when am I getting my phone back? And he said, he says, sorry, but the part we ordered isn't working well with the phone. So we're gonna have to get it to you tomorrow. So I'm like, no, I don't care anymore. You're giving me back my phone. Like I said, when can I see you tomorrow to get my phone back? So there's two ways I see this. Either this dude is the most incompetent phone fixer I've ever met, or he's a scam artist and he's been trying to steal my card information. So I don't know which it is. At this point, I don't care. I just want my phone back. But what I have done to fix the problem is I've bought a new phone, and I have moved all of my information from my old phone to my new phone. So the phone that he has right now, cannot access my network and should not be able to access my information or make purchases or anything of that nature. But, hold on. Ah, shoot. I was not expecting the Zanhu out of nowhere. But I finally got a kill, thankfully. That's something. But, yeah, this has been a very upsetting last few days. But what I'm going to do is, I've told him I want to meet with him tomorrow to get my phone. I don't care about the repairs. I don't care if it's not fixed. I don't care if it's damaged. It's useless to me now. I just want my phone back. If he says no, he says, nah, man, I can't give it back to you yet. I need to fix it. I'm going to say, then I'm involving the police. Because you've stolen my phone. There we go.
You captured Zone C.
But yeah, it's been rough. It's been very rough. That sucks.
You lost Zone C.
I'm guessing the repair guy hasn't repaired the phone. No, he hasn't. But yeah, don't worry about it, guys. It will get better. Things will get better. I'm just frustrated. Very, very frustrated. But I've done everything I can. And over the course of the next few days, I'm going to be doing even more. I'm going to be moving stuff over.
You captured Zone C. Enemy team is breaking.
Finally got me, did you? But anyway, let's move on from all that. Let's move on from all that. Well, I mean, there's still more bad news. I mean, there's still more bad stuff going on besides just my phone and my card being stolen. I also may not be able to get into the seminary that I wanted to, but that's something that I still need to work out. In better news, I have a full-time teaching job now. It starts next month. What's the title meaning? It's a biblical reference, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's basically, even though I walk through the shadow of death, the reality that difficult times lie ahead, I will fear no evil.
Enemy team is breaking.
And done with you. That a boy! Hold on, I need to get sassy. One more time on that. That's beautiful. Hey, Chaos, how you doing, man? How you doing? I'm glad that you got your PC hardwired. That's great. Someone stole my card? No, they didn't steal my card. They stole my phone and my Discover card information. So that's why I've been missing for a few days. I've been dealing with all that. Yeah, that was a good match. It was a very good startup match. Good warm up. But anyway, in other news, my buddy Jay is working on the next picture for Honor, so I can do my next For Honor analysis video. I am going to be releasing my new For Honor 2 campaign discussion, so that'll be cool. Looking forward to that. Oh, that's cool, Chaos. Glad you're here. Stick around as long as you like. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Like I said, I've got a new full-time teaching job starting next month, which is going to be cool. It means that I'll be more busy and I won't be able to release as often, but hey, you know, at least I have a teaching job again. I've got a new phone, which is working pretty well so far, so hopefully things will continue to go up. Let's go, Nutsha. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Duke? Or is it Duck? Hey Raven, are you a fan of Poor Man's Poison folk rock band? I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them. What are you teaching? English. I'm teaching English level 3, so it's to juniors and seniors. What's up, Flakes? I wish you could be my history teacher. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. But the English position was the one that was open, so I took it. $10 from Tech Girl. Congrats on the new teaching job. What are you teaching, if I may ask? It will be English level 3. What's everyone's For Honor main? Mine is Warmonger. I don't really have a main. I just play anybody. I mean, Warden has my highest rep, but I'm not sure I'd call him my main. Maybe Noosja is my main. I don't know. Will I continue to stream Space Marine 2 when you have a chance? Maybe. I might stream Space Marine 2 again. I haven't decided when yet. We'll see. I prefer to do it with my brother. Honestly, your voice reminds me of my history teacher. Ah, thank you, man. I hope that's a compliment. I hope that's a compliment. But yeah, guys, just been a whole lot, but I'm glad to be here. Honestly, from your recent Nun video about that one guy, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a history teacher. All of the passion from your voice. I'm not a history teacher per se, but I love history. History is my passion. It's what I love. I spent a large portion of my time in college and outside of college studying medieval history, the Crusader era, Southeast Asian history, East Asian history, and culture and language. I studied Japanese, Chinese, and Korean history. I studied the Crusader states, like I said. I studied medieval knight culture. I studied medieval etiquette. Oh, crap. Never underestimate Lin Mei Hua! Never underestimate Lin Mei Hua! Ooh! Grazie mille! Grazie mille! I'm talking like a Vita Neon. That's a spicy meatball. Grazie mille. I'm talking like a Vita Neon. Anyway. Lin Mei Hua. Mamma mia. Thank you, Tempest. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Hope you're doing well. Let's go. Oh dear. Crap. Doesn't matter how good I am, if I get overwhelmed, I'm just gonna get destroyed. Anyway. Raven, is it May or May? I'll spell it in chat. Hold on. I'll spell it in chat. That's how you spell it. Anyway. Raven, could you perhaps explain the season's lore? Sure. Essentially, I mean, I did a whole video on it, but essentially what's happening is, a samurai castle is being invaded by a rival samurai daimyo. Hold on.
You lost Zone C.
And it's being invaded by a rival daimyo. And it is about this one lady who is trying to protect it. Sorry about that. She's trying to protect it, but she's losing ground. She's basically losing her protective abilities. And she, something dark is slowly welling up inside her.
You captured Zone C.
Gotta go help. Damn, blood out. Anyway. She's all but confirmed to be Yorigumo? Yeah, pretty much. She's definitely Yorigumo. I think that's pretty safe. Remember Gladiator is cringe? Always, always. Also, in your opinion, who is the most lore-accurate character in For Honor? Lore-accurate character? I don't... Oh, you mean realistically accurate?
You captured Zone C.
None of them are really all that accurate. Good parry.
Lost Zone C.
I'm dangerous! Yeah, way to go!
Zone C.
Nice, way to go, guys. My God. Am I carrying this team? I think I'm carrying this team. Oh my gosh. Good work, Virtuoso. You didn't need me at all for that, did you? Ah, that sneaky warden. That'll get us B.
Lost Zone C.
Hit him. That virtuoso just take that trident meant for me. Crap.
Enemy team is breaking.
Ah! No, come on, guys. We're so close. This fight is so close. Oh, he messed up the punish. Bro, Glad messed up the punish.
Enemy team is breaking.
Glad messed up the punish. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna go to C. What's up, Warden? Okay. Thank you. I'll take it, yeah. What is this? He just gave up the zone to me. Look, all he had to do was hold the zone, baby. Oh, I might need to clip that. I might need to clip that. Hold on, let me clip that. Wait, our team is breaking? Oh, shoot. No, 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 no. I can't launch my 4th feet, damn it. Damn it. Ah, we were so close. We came really close, guys. I count that as a win in my book. Do I have any tips for playing Zerk? Yeah, mix in your hyper armor lights when you can. Best advice I can give. The virtuoso was holding out on us. That's crazy. Are you, bro? Warden runs like a bitch and then emote spams when he has to find teammates to play. Warden, you're a Rep 90 Warden. You ran from a one-on-one fight with Anusha, and then you're gonna act tough because your team won. Bro. Okay. 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 Boy ran to go find people to play with. Boy ran to go find his playmates. And then acts cocky when he won. I'm sorry, how many times did you beat me in a one-on-one fight, bro? Wow. Truly a Rep 90 Warden. Truly a Rep 90 Warden. Don't even look at me. Oh yeah, he's gone. He quit. No surprise. That's cute. That's cute, guys. Oh my gosh. I love players like that. I really do. I love players like that. No skill, all friendship. Friendship may be magic, but it's also cringe. Be like me, have no friends. Alright, I gotta play as a heavy now, so let's bust out... Who's a heavy that needs the work? I think it's time to pull out Conk-a-Donk. But that was funny. Bro was... Yeah, he was salty. He couldn't beat me. Have you had the chance to play the new killer, and if so, what are your thoughts? Yeah, didn't you... In my video, when I was talking about their lore, you should have seen me playing her. I used a clip of me playing her for that video. Alright, Chaos, take care, man. Have a great stream, dude. Have a great stream. Glad you dropped in. Chaos is awesome, guys. Go check out his response video to me and my Goki video. It was really good. Crossway makes you nauseous? She's okay. Actually, she's fun to play. It took me a little bit to get used to her, but she's kind of fun to play. And I'll say this, the lore behind the two characters is good. I talked about why I liked it. The only thing I don't like are some of the perks. Like, one of the perks on the Survivor is just absolute trash. It is just absolute trash. There's no use for it at all. Like, I find it to be incredibly useless. And I'm sure there are going to be people, oh, but if you use it with this build, I don't give a damn. It's a useless perk. It is fundamentally useless. The criteria to make the perk work is fundamentally worthless. What the perk does is, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a survivor perk where if you're fixing a generator and you're injured but not broken, you've got to be injured but not broken, okay? So that's important, but you're injured and you're fixing a generator. If you get 4 good skill checks in a row without missing anything, you get 4 tokens, and once you get those 4 tokens, this perk activates. While this perk activates, you can heal yourself at 100% normal speed if you have a health kit. This power ends once you stop healing for whatever reason. This does not work on healing others. I tried this healing others. It only works on yourself. So let me basically explain how that works. That means you have to be carrying a med kit. You have to be injured but not broken. You have to be fixing a generator. You have to get 4 good skill checks. And then you can heal yourself at 100 speed literally once. And then once you stop healing for whatever reason, like if a killer's coming towards you and you have to stop healing, well, oh well.
Zone C.
That's road life, then it's worthless. This zone is mine. I'm not giving it up.
You captured Zone A. You lost Zone C.
No! It was my turn to get ledged. It was my turn. Look at this warlord, though. He wants his ledge, man. He wants that ledge. The killer's name is Crossu? Okay. I mean, they wanted me. They wanted me something bad, I could tell. By the way, Raven, I got accepted in my dream college. It's awesome, man. What's a hero you found cringe by their trailer? There were no heroes that I saw that their trailer alone is what made me think they were cringe. Every trailer I've seen has been pretty good. I mean, the Wu Lin just didn't get much of a good trailer at all, so... I love that all these three need to be in the same area to fight me. While you abandon the rest of your zones. Congrats. It took all three of you doing a staring contest to win. It took all three of you doing a staring contest to win that exchange. Look at the scoreboard, boys. That's what it cost you to get that. Yeah, Tiandi finally realized, oh shoot, maybe I should go do something else. That's actually funny. Hang in there a little longer, bro. I'm on the way. Yep. Yep. Their desire to beat me in Zone C led to their defeat. And one of them quit, yep.
Enemy team is breaking.
Here comes the Black Prior.
You captured Zone A.
That's how it goes.
Victory.
That's how it goes, son! Bro. Let's go. Rick 'em, rack 'em, fire, crack 'em, shish, boom, bah, bugs money, rah, rah, rah. Raven just said, parry this, you filthy casual. The sad thing is I'm that filthy casual. Alright, I gotta get 14 more kills as a heavy, alright? I think I'll go JJ next. Well, you don't know the Rick 'em, rack 'em, fire, crack 'em, shish, boom, bah, Bugs Bunny, rah, rah. Okay, so it's from a Bugs Bunny cartoon where Bugs is super wabbit, and he goes out to fight this marauder and his horse, and he basically just, you know, outplays them to the nth degree. He outplays them so hard, he tricks them into cheering him on by going, all right, guys, say it together, Rick 'em, rack 'em, fire 'em, crack 'em, shish, boom, bah, Bugs Bunny, rah, 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 and then they start doing it, and he's like, look at those guys. All right, so now let's do JJ. Ooh, this may be difficult. Not only am I up against two friends who look like clan kids, but I've got a bot starting out, so this could be rough. This could be rough starting out. But who? Boy. Oh, we had pizza for dinner. That was cool. That was cool. Oh, and how do you guys like Hannah's new picture? It's the one on the thumbnail. That is another Claire image. That is Hachisaku-sama. That is Hachisaku-sama Claire. I had to teach Hannah how to say the word. Yeah, Sam, you all right? Tall woman? Yeah, well, I mean, that's... What Hachisaku-sama basically means is, if you break it down, Hachi-saku-sama. Hachi means 8. Saku is a term of measurement, usually resorted as feet, so you could say 8 foot, or 8 feet. And then, sama is a respectful way to speak to someone, so it is the 8-foot woman.
You captured Zone C. Ad mortem inimicus! Ad mortem inimicus! Die!
Ah! So like the tall vampire lady from Resident Evil 8? Lady Dimitrescu was actually based on Hachisaku-sama. That's what she was based on. Hannah did beautiful? Yeah, she did. But my final question, do you think 40k Inquisition and their zealous beliefs make the Spanish Inquisition look tame? By a long shot. The Spanish Inquisition is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. I'm going to be real. The Spanish Inquisition is not nearly as evil as people make it out. A lot of that is British propaganda.
You lost Zone C. You captured Zone C. You lost Zone C. You captured Zone A.
Here we go again.
You captured Zone C. Fight with you lost Zone C.
Ah, he got me. Well done, Lawbringer. That was actually good. We might not win this, but you know that Lawbringer's pretty good. All right, later, Hunter. The Spanish did nothing wrong. Oh, they did things wrong, but the things they did wrong aren't nearly as bad as people say. See, a lot of what happened with the Spanish Inquisition. Here's the reason the Spanish Inquisition is contentious. I'll tell you the reason it's contentious. There were many Inquisitions. There was the Roman Inquisition, there was the British Inquisition, there was the French Inquisition, there was the Spanish Inquisition. There were all these Inquisitions. So when people think of the Inquisition, the first thing they think of is the Spanish one because that's the one that got really popular for being super evil and hateful and wrong. But to be perfectly honest, the Spanish Inquisition's biggest problem was how it came to be, not what they did in it. See, here's what happened. The Inquisition was originally designed to root out heretics and those within the church who were falling for pagan or ritualistic practices that were counter to the church's teachings. That was the original intention. Basically a way to police the people and make sure that religious ideas were being upheld. See, there was this problem at the time where everyone was screaming heresy, witchcraft, devil worship, and all this stuff. But there was no way to know. Oh, got a light barrier. Uh-oh. Whoa, okay. All right, this Itakiri can light parry pretty well, so we'll need to watch that. But anyway, as I was saying, so what happened was, at the time, a lot of people were screaming heresy, evil, satanic, witchcraft, and everything. But how do you punish that? Like, how do you prove it? How do you go to a court of law at that time in the medieval era and prove that heresy was going on? Because not a lot of people knew what heresy was. Heresy was not something widely understood at the time. Not many people could read the Bible because it was restricted to Latin and not everyone could read that language.
Strength, warriors. To work.
Not a lot I could do there. As I was saying, so what do? So you develop an Inquisition, basically trained Franciscan monks and priests who were trained to recognize actual heresies and actual witchcraft and actual stuff against the church. And what they would do is they'd go to kingdoms, they'd go to countries, and they would basically monitor. And if there was a case where they said, hey, my neighbor Chuck, he's a heretic, he's been worshiping the devil. Well, the king would say, okay, bring in the Inquisitor. And the Inquisitor could prove it. He could look at it and say, all right, well, let me take a look. And he could say, no, this is not a heresy. Or yes, this is a heresy. That was the point of the Inquisition, to basically say what is and is not heretical. That was the idea. Now, here's how the Spanish Inquisition came about. The Kingdom of Spain had just gotten rid of all the Muslims that were hiding out there, during the Reconquista. But there were some Muslims that were still hiding amongst them. They were pretending to be Christian. They were pretending to be converted. They were pretending to be peaceful, but they were just waiting for their opportunity to strike. There were a lot of Muslims after the Reconquista who were trying to undermine the Christian authority of Spain at the time. So it was a very difficult time for Spain to deal with all these Muslims. That was essentially what was going on with Spain. So, what do? Well, they need an Inquisition. So they demand that the papacy give them an Inquisition, give us a papal bull so that we can enact the Inquisition. The problem was the papacy didn't want to because there were some issues. There was the Queen of Spain's connection to the Protestants, which they didn't like. Hold on. Gotta lock in. There we go. Whatever. So, as I was saying, so the Pope didn't want to give this, the Pope didn't want to help. He was like, nah, y'all got some Protestant issues going on over there. We're not sure we want to support you. And also, we need to make sure that you're not just doing this to obtain more power for yourself and abuse the ability. So the Spanish king said, okay, well, fine. Don't send us an Inquisition. Instead, we'll just not send you our troops for your Balkan Crusades. Because at the time, the Catholic Church was trying to fight off the Ottoman Empire that was pushing its way into European lands, and they had Spanish soldiers. So the King of Spain says, fine, don't give us an Inquisition, then we're just going to withdraw our troops that we've been giving you for your Crusades over there. And the Pope said, no, we need those troops. Fine. We'll approve it, but they've got to report back to us. Remember, they are ours to control, not yours. The Inquisition answers to the Pope, not you. And the Spanish king said, oh yeah, sure, whatever you say, bro. And then they went to work. Part of the reason why the Spanish Inquisition gets so much shit is, one, because they strong-armed the Pope into giving them the Inquisition in the first place. And second, Spain was about to be at war with England. And England, which was Protestant, was looking for any opportunity to make Spain look bad. So they made up a lot of horror stories about the Spanish Inquisition to basically sell the idea that it was evil and brutal and barbaric and savage, making up a lot of stories that are not true. So, now, did the Spanish Inquisition do everything right by the book? No, not at all. But they are far better than what a lot of people think. In fact, if you want to look at the Inquisition that did go too far a lot of the time, look at the Roman Inquisition. The Roman Inquisition went way too far. They were absolutely brutal. Why? Because they were in the Vatican. They are on the Holy See. They're in the Holy Ground. If they find a heresy, you're committing a heresy in the Holy See. That's like a double sin. That's like a double evil right there. So you had to be punished for that. You had to face consequences. There's also the fact that inquisitors, more often than not, did not get to decide punishment. Let's say that you're an inquisitor, right? And you find a dude and he's actually guilty of heresy. Well, here's what you do. You say, all right, do you repent? Do you repent of your heresy? If you repent, we can work through a repentance plan. If they said yes, okay, awesome, we'll work through repentance. If they say no, they go, all right, king, do what you want with them. And usually that was burning at the stake. Wasn't the Spanish queen during that time Queen Isabella of Castile? Yes, I believe it was. Spain was going through a lot at the time. Like, you got to give Spain some credit. They were fighting for their independence from the Muslims. That was insanity. The Reconquista is an insane period, but you see some amazing figures in it. All right, let's see how we do this time, and then after this, we may switch over to Breach.
You lost Zone A.
What? Oh, she ran out of stam, so it slowed down the attack. That's so lame. That is so lame. Virtuoso, you remain a very annoying character. Just saying. The Spanish did nothing wrong, Native Americans, bruh. You know what? I'm going to say this. If any Native American wants to point at the Spanish or the English or the French and say, they did evil things to us, I'm going to look them dead in the eye and say, you tell me you haven't done evil yourself. This lie that the Native Americans were just peace-loving tree huggers who got abused and bullied by the big, mean Europeans is one of the biggest lies in American history. And so many people believe it. Raven, what are the Blood Ravens or Warhammer 40k? The Blood Ravens are a cursed founding chapter of Space Marines who are famous for being massive kleptomaniacs.
They're the main Space Marine faction brought on the Dawn of War games.
Lost Zone A.
I was doing better. So don't question, but who would win in a fist fight? A Red Dead Online character with 2 ability cards and no Deadeye, or an armored thug from Arkham Origins? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Hey Raymond, do people from Carolina have their own weird word for potato wedges like Oregons do? I don't. It depends on the restaurant, really. I mean, I've just heard them called potato wedges. I gotta get to A. B will take care of itself in a minute.
You captured Zone A. You lost Zone C.
How's your throat congestion? Still there. Got me. Good job. I'd get a new execution, though. Hey, Nina. Glad you're here. All right, then, Raven. What does the audience think, though? I don't know. They could give their answer if they want. I'm not stopping them.
Zone A. Captured Zone C.
All right. Ooh, good thing I walked into that. Would have been bad if someone else had.
Enemy team is breaking.
Good parry. Good parry. Good hit, brother. I'm gonna go heal up real quick. All right, let's go help. Oh my god, it's a vampire! In the name of the Lord our God, desist!
Victory.
And now, walk away. Woo! Deborah for the win! Ooh! And on that, let's switch to Breach. Was Tomoe goes into skilled archer. According to the Heiki Monogatari, yes. Supposedly she was a very skilled archer and swordswoman. Have I been, Bird Brain? I've been rough, man. Things have been rough. I would be good at voice acting. I've been told that I'd be a good voice actor. I'd love to do that. That'd be fun. I'm back. Changed my mind so I can stream longer tomorrow. Oh, cool, man. Well, you just missed me win a really good match. That was a lot of fun. It was close, but we did good. All right, let's do Breach. Plus, my brother wanted to play Sworn. Okay, that's cool. How's Lark Raven? He's good. He's with me right now.
Hello.
He's playing a different game, but he's here. Which of your heroes do you consider a self-insert character? Oh, man, that's tough.
Honestly, for the Warhammer ones, I don't think anyone truly would.
No, I don't think any of them are full-on self-inserts. Like, I didn't really... I mean... Maybe Richard Blackthorne, but I don't even know if I would consider him... No, I modeled him more off someone else. Maybe... I can't think of any that I was just like, nah, this is so me, guys. This is so me. I have not done that really with For Honor. Breach Warrior, good. I still gotta play... Oh, whoever I play next is gonna get a butt ton of points. So let's pick someone who needs it real bad. Let's see. Who is in dire need of some love? PK, I think you're calling my name, girl. Alright, later, Tech. I should try Sworn? Maybe I will, once my financial situation is better. Because right now I got a lot of things that money's going towards. It's on Game Pass? Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I'll give it a shot. Thank you, Nina. Yeah, it'd be cool, Chaos. We might be able to play sometime. By the way, I do want to tell you guys, I am, like I said earlier, I am working on my For Honor 2 concept draft. It is almost done. I'm going to be releasing it yearly, so 1 video per year of For Honor 2. I have the first 5 years planned out, the first 5 years, with story included, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, with For Honor 2, I intend to add 3 new factions, new heroes for those factions, obviously, new hero skins, some new maps, a few new game modes. Like, I'm going to be really diving into this. Oh, I'll say this. I don't know if it'd be good. I'm pretty sure if Ubisoft watched this, they'd probably look at me and go, what the hell did you just write? This is terrible. But I really want this to be... I really want to just throw this out there to show what ideas I have. Hey, Raven, do you think Hamilton would become would have become a president if he didn't get shot? No. No, definitely not. You mean Alexander Hamilton right now? Yeah. So no, I say no to that. Besides, Hamilton was kind of out there.
Yep.
And Lark is like, yeah, that's putting it lightly.
His inability to shut his mouth didn't do him any favors.
Then again, you could say the same about Trump sometimes, I guess.
Trump did not, in the 19th century, early 19th century, when accused of having an affair, write a 20-page long documentation of yes I did and I enjoyed.
I forgot he did that. What is your opinion of Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, and Augustus Caesar? Alexander the Great was a massively successful and powerful general and commander of the who had a hard-on for everything Greek. But he is widely overrated in terms of military prowess because we got to remember he inherited his father's army. So while there's no question he was great, he had a leg up over others. It's not like he started from the bottom. Julius Caesar, the greatest of the triumvirate, an absolute beast of a man, probably could have become emperor if he had not been assassinated.
He practically was.
He practically was in every other sense, but he didn't get the official title yet. Probably was going to be... honestly, if he'd lived, he would have been probably really good for the future of Rome. But all in all, really cool guy. Augustus, in my opinion, best emperor in Rome's history. Best emperor in Roman history. There were some good emperors out there, but I don't think any come close to Augustus. He was the man, the myth, and the legend. So when I was actually, it's funny. I was asked this in a previous stream. Who's my favorite emperor of Rome? I said, they didn't say who's your favorite. They said, who do you think is the best emperor of Rome? I said, Augustus. Let Caesar Augustus. And they said, come on, man, you're just picking the obvious ones. You don't know anything about Roman history. And I'm like, you asked me who I thought the best was. I think Caesar Augustus is. Well, and then they said, well, why don't you pick a different one? Because you asked who the best was. If you could pick one event in history to say you were a part of, what would it be? The Crusades. For the grace, for the might of our Lord. New maps are definitely needed. More inspired by Wulin for Dominion and Outlanders having their own maps too. The last season almost felt like a new one theme for Pirate. Yeah, it did. What about Constantine?
He's up there.
I mean, he's definitely up there. Yeah, I would definitely put him near the top, but I don't think he's as good as Augustus. Look, you're trying to top the best. Constantine's cool. He's not Augustus. Which crusade? Third, probably. Because Richard the Lionheart is a based brother. Which Marvel hero do you think has the representation of being a Christian, Daredevil or Nightcrawler? Daredevil and Nightcrawler are both canonically Catholic. But I think Nightcrawler, it depends on which medium, because in the X-Men animated show, Nightcrawler was very outspokenly Catholic. Like, you meet him in a church, and he is very, very religious. But in other mediums, like X-Men Evolution, where they're all kids, he really doesn't make any reference to his faith. And as for Daredevil, he is Catholic, but he makes very few references to being Catholic. Like, it really does depend on what medium we're looking at. People forget that Spider-Man's also Christian. Spider-Man's Christian. I think Captain America was Christian. Anyway, the Third Crusade was the most successful. The Third and First Crusade were the two most successful crusades. The second... Yep, the Sixth Crusade, where literally they just walked up and said, "Give us the city, please," and they said, yeah, sure. It was also called the Bloodless Crusade because so little fighting was done. Like, literally, they just showed up to the Holy City and said, "Give us the Holy City," and the Muslims were like, "I mean, we could fight for it, but do we really want to? Is it really worth it?" "No, not really." "Okay, yeah, you can have it." And then the Seventh happened, and no one cared.
Seventh one sure did exist.
Yeah. Stan Lee said Spider-Man has to be Christian. Yeah, Stan Lee said, what they asked is, can we do anything we want with Spider-Man? Can we tell any stories we want? Stan Lee said, you may tell any story you want with Spider-Man, but there are rules. He has to be male, he has to be white, he has to be straight, and he has to be Christian. Those were his rules. And that's why a lot of people near the end of Stan Lee's life hated on him, because they couldn't stand the fact that they were just told they couldn't do whatever they wanted with Spider-Man. And that's also the reason Miles Morales has gotten more love lately than Peter Parker, because the current writers at Marvel know they can't touch Peter, and so they're going to shit on Peter's legacy to make Miles look good. That's why Miles is a character I will always loathe, because he's just Peter darker. He is literally just Peter Parker with black skin. And that's sad to me. And people say, oh, you just don't like him because he's black and you're racist. I can promise you, that's not why I don't like Miles Morales. I could care. You know what? I honestly want Miles Morales to be a good hero. He's just not Spider-Man. He's just not Spider-Man. If you made... let me tell you the truth. If they made another TV show about Static Shock, I'd watch the hell out of that. If they made another TV show or movie about Spawn, I'd watch the hell out of that. If you made another TV show about Blade, I'd watch the hell out of that. If you made a TV show about Storm, the X-Men character, I'd watch the hell out of that. All these characters, black characters, all badass, all awesome, all who I love, they didn't have to steal the legacy of someone else. Cyborg? Yeah, Cyborg's awesome. Cyborg's awesome. I was just thinking mostly Marvel. Wait, is Spawn even Marvel? Or is he DC? Yeah, you're right, he's DC.
Because remember in the Mortal Kombat game they showed us, like, you would have to know Bruce and Kate Battle.
That's right. But yeah, no, there's some great black heroes out there, and if you want to make more great black heroes, feel free. I have no problem with it. I want them, honestly. But the problem with Miles is, he exists to steal Peter's legacy, and I can't stand that. Instead of making a cool character to stand on his own, you made a Peter darker. Did I know there's a Spawn video game coming out? No, I didn't know that. I might need to play it. Spawn's story isn't one of my favorites because I don't like the idea that he kills God and Satan. That's just stupid in my opinion. But he's still cool. His design, at the very least, is cool, and his powers are sick. And he's got some great one-liners. Can we all just agree that Spawn has a... Well, then again, when you're voiced by Keith David... Keith David's just that awesome. Come on. But yeah, that's my thing. That's why whenever people say, "Do you, what do you think about like race swapping or gender swapping in comics and movies and stuff?" I say, why would you want to do that when you could make your own stories about black, female, Hispanic, or Asian characters? Tell original stories, create original characters. It's not impossible. All right. Did it. Have you seen the new Wolverine game that's coming? I've heard about it. I'm not all that interested. You gotta realize, I grew up a DC kid. I wasn't a huge Marvel kid growing up. Yes! We repped up with PK! Let's go! Let's go! Oh! Wow, we went far. That was crazy. Raven, do you remember that response video I sent you of that Bible woman on The Little Mermaid? Oh yeah, her. Yeah, that was a lot of nonsense. She's definitely an LED mindset. It's really silly. She's really silly. I'm not sure I want to respond to her because it'd just be the same arguments that I would make to LED. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I'll think about it. She attacked K-pop demon hunters? Yeah, I saw that too. It's silly. It's so silly what people will get so hung up on. It is so silly. I'll be real. I'm kind of like, come on, people. Is this really what we're going to be butthurt over? I'm not sure who to go. Lark, who do you think I should go? Quick. Lark, you get the final say. This is the last match of the night. Who am I going?
Have you got Lawbringer yet?
No.
Lawbringer.
Lawbringer it is. In fact, let's go me. Let's go me. Let's go me.
There's your self-insert.
There's my self-insert. I made a me Lawbringer. Let's go. I made a black character for a book once. Actually, not even once. I've made... Hold on, we gotta count them. 5. I've made 5 black characters for different stories. Yeah, this will be the last match tonight, Nina. This will be the last match, and then after this I'm wrapping it up. We are going to see you tomorrow then on live stream. I have not decided if I will stream tomorrow. If I do, I will let you know. I will announce it on Discord. I might stream tomorrow since I missed like every day this week, so we will see. And what I stream, I may stream For Honor again, since it is the XP Fest. I may stream more Ghost of Tsushima, because I've been enjoying that game. I may stream Helldivers. I may stream Space Marine 2, since I was asked about that earlier. Raven, what was she saying about K-pop demon hunters? Oh, the same things I expected. Oh, it's teaching kids to feel sympathy for the devil and for demons, and the demons should be sympathized with and celebrated and good, and it's teaching a secret LGBT message because it's all about accepting who you are inside, and as we all know, that's code language for LGBTQ stuff. I knew what it was going to be from the start. Like, I knew what they were going to argue. No, I mean, it's classic arguments that I've heard from LED all the time. Half thought out, half baked. It's the reason. I honestly wish they'd stop, because all they're doing is giving Catholics more reasons to hate on Protestants. I'm like, you know, this is why atheists and Catholics get on Protestant Christians all the time, right? Although I've got plenty I could say about Catholics too, so it's not like they're without recompense, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to theological discussion, I have been doing it for a long time. I'm not going to say I'm a genius or that I know everything. I would never argue that, because I definitely don't. But I've been in many discussions on faith. I've been working my own little short story about a legion within For Honor that consists of warriors from all factions that have converted to Christianity. That's cool. I like that. I can get behind that. Yeah, I would agree. Guimois is actually a pretty good depiction of Satan. I could write an alternative history novel. In this case, a Japanese history. Tomoe Gozen and Minamoto no Yoshitsune would have both survived and become a couple. Nah, I don't see that. You have fun with it, but nah, I don't see it. No, it's understandable, Nina. Don't worry about it. They're roughly the same age, and Tomoe Gozen was married to another Minamoto before the battle she died in. We have no knowledge of who she was married to. Tomoe Gozen, we don't know who Tomoe Gozen was in relations with. The Heiki Monogatari only says that she was a captain in Yoshitsune's army. It does not say that she was married to anyone. So, no, she was not already married to a Minamoto. She likely was, given that she was in Minamoto's army, but we don't know for sure. And it doesn't say who she was married to begin with. Plus, if she was already married to someone, Minamoto Yoshitsune couldn't just take her. Like, there are laws about marriage in Japan, and a daimyo can't just steal another daimyo or samurai's wife just because he wants her. Plus, how do you know that Tomoe Gozen and Yoshitsune were roughly the same age? We don't know what Tomoe Gozen's age was. What's my favorite song from Skillet? Probably, Dead Inside. I like that one. Wex got a great gift from Logitech. I'm very proud of Wex for her accomplishments. I am very proud of her for her accomplishments. I'm very proud of her. I think she's done very well for herself. She is an excellent content creator and deserves the recognition of Logitech and others. Absolutely. Hero or Save Me? Oh, those are both good. Raven 40K question, are there women on Krieg? Yes, there are women in Krieg. In fact, there are probably some women in the Death Corps of Krieg. They'd be very rare, and there are probably some who might have disguised themselves as men to get in, but there are women. To be a woman on Krieg, though, is not exactly a great fate. You're probably going to be used largely as a baby breeder. Dark as it is, what Krieg wants to do is get as many children pushed out as they can, either through cloning or through breeding, so that they can send out more soldiers to the Death Corps of Krieg, so that they can keep fighting the Emperor's battles and regaining their honor one death at a time. That's essential. So if you're a woman on Krieg, your job is essentially either you're going to join the Guard or you're going to make babies. That is essentially your job. And before you say, that's sexist, many of the women on Krieg want to be that way. They strive for it. Why? Because they've been raised since childhood to say, we got to make babies. They actually had skill at playing an English class in history in high school while studying the Beowulf story. That's cool. So how strong is the Death Corps? The Death Corps of Krieg is strong because they want to die. The Death Corps of Krieg do not see death as something to fear. They embrace it. So for that reason, they will engage in the most grueling, bitter, and destructive battles because death doesn't matter to them. They are the only Guard unit we know of that actually forced the Necrons back single-handed. Why? Because the Necron's psychic ability to instill fear in the enemy did not affect the Death Corps of Krieg, because when they thought, wait, you're going to kill us all? Gladly! And then took them on. The Death Corps of Krieg is who you send in when it's like, all right, your lives are completely expendable. Just kill as many of them as you can before you go down. And the Kriegers will go, yeah! And they'll go in and do it. That's how tough they are. The Kriegers are some of the best you can ask for. The problem with the Kriegers is they do take that martyrdom to an extent that sometimes they will just throw away their lives needlessly. And so sometimes you'll see deaths on the battlefield that could have been avoided because they decided to be the ultimate stormtroopers. Isn't it more through cloning, though? Yeah, cloning is the primary means, but women can still give birth and make babies.
Yeah, they're still expected. In fact, if you read the book Dead Men Walking, a commissar goes, like, briefly mentions what it was like when he visited Kree, and what he saw, like, horrified him. Because the women he found were in these storage facilities, basically get zoinked out of their minds so they could just keep breeding.
Yeah. And before you say that this is unfair to them, while it is, they don't see it that way.
Also, please remember the setting you are dealing with.
What makes me wonder why they didn't move more to Cadia. Sending Deathcore Creek soldiers to Cadia wouldn't have changed anything.
Would not like that.
Yeah, for one thing, the Cadians wouldn't have liked it, but for two, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Because you got to realize, when Abaddon realized he was going to lose, he just decided to crash a whole damn ship into the planet. Like, and the Deathcore Krieg can't do nothing about that.
No matter how many Kriegers you throw at the Blackstone Fortress, it will still crash it.
So, believe me, I get it. Everyone, I'm reading a book right now, Watches of the Throne, where they talk about what could have been done to hold Cadia, and basically there was nothing we could have done. Abaddon just played his hand too well. What are we talking about? Warhammer 40k stuff. Alright, well, I think that's what we're going to call it, because it is 9:24, and I want to hop off now, because I've got a few more things I need to take care of tonight. But tomorrow I will try to stream for you guys, and yeah, should be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I've been gone so long, but things are starting to look up. At least I hope they are. And I will see you guys in my next video.